Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here, and welcome to a brand new series in Sid Meier's Civilization VI, which we're going to simply call Alexander. The spring update to Civilization VI has arrived, bringing with it Macedon and Persia as new civilizations, a new scenario called Conquests of Alexander, and a host of AI and balance changes that promise to further refine the game. If you're interested in hearing more about those, check out my spring update coverage video. The link is on your screen as we speak. Also, there's a timestamp at the bottom of your screen if you want to jump straight into the gameplay portion of this video right now. So yes, we're going to be playing as Alexander, but this time I'm going to attempt something I haven't attempted on YouTube yet and I haven't done in Civilization 5 or 6 in a long time. We're going to do what Alexander did in his time and conquer the known world. That means domination victory. Alexander is built with military superiority in mind, even receiving tech boosts for continuous unit production. We're going to be playing on a standard-sized Pangaea map, something that looks a little bit like this. So it gives us a joined but varied landmass like the one Alexander's empire once covered. The map isn't going to look exactly like this, but this is an example of a Pangaea. Barbarians are on, goody huts are on, and all of the map settings are standard, except for two. I'm setting the desert temperature, or rather I'm setting the temperature to hot in order to reduce the presence of snow and tundra and increase the presence of desert tiles, for history's sake. And I've reduced the city-state count from 12 to 8. We're going to be playing on King difficulty, and I have a specific reason for this. Aside from some of the difficulty-related comments I've made in my most recent content, King difficulty is the highest difficulty in which the AI starts with just one settler. There are a number of bonuses to their production, their income, their science, and more, and they get an extra warrior, but they do not get that extra starting city. So this is a relatively level playing field. Since the new patch has tuned the AI, I want to see how it plays on this more evenly matched level. In other words, do I get, and do you get, the feeling from watching this series that we still need to crank up the difficulty on Civ 6 to get a real challenge out of the AI? Or is it improving at lower levels? We'll see. Something that I think my regular viewers will like is that I've populated the opponents list. First of all, this is for all of you, not just regular viewers, with all of the other DLC civs. So we've got Cyrus, who just arrived today as well. We've got Jadwiga, we have John Curtin, we have Montezuma. But then I've filled the remaining slots with empires that have traditionally annoyed the crap out of me. So you get to watch Alexander's stupid face conquer them and laugh hysterically, or at least that's what I'll be doing. And finally, we're going to be playing on epic speed because I like that speed for YouTube. So all that being said, that's enough for the game setup. These are the settings if you'd like to look at them really quickly. We do have, of course, score victory turned off as usual and no turn limit because, we want time to accomplish this. Again, barbarians are on and goody huts are on, and that's it. Let's see what Sean Bean has to say about Alexander.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Great warlord Alexander, beneath your sword shall Macedonia spread throughout the world. Every kingdom shall be a unique challenge to overcome, but the rewards will be great if you remain true and brave. Turn away from peace, for there is no way to establish your legacy but from conquering vast lands. Charge, Alexander, and lead your people to glory.
Okay, so while the game is finishing loading, I think it's just about to finish, but let's go over the basics of Alexander really quickly. Again, I covered this in my patch coverage video, but just in case you're watching this and you haven't seen that video, the unique ability that Alexander brings to the table is to World's End, because again, he conquered the known world. So cities do not incur war weariness, period. All military units heal completely when this player captures a city with a World Wonder. That wasn't even, I don't remember that being mentioned in the preview video. That's pretty cool. Maybe it wasn't, I just missed it, but I definitely didn't cover that in the spring update video, my bad. But anyway, that's a nice little addition that you get just for being Alexander. And then of course the Macedon unique ability is Hellenistic Fusion. You receive boosts upon a city conquest. So basically you get a Eureka for each encampment or campus in the conquered city and an inspiration for each holy site or theater square. So for military and science related buildings, you get a tech boost. And for religion and culture-related districts, not buildings, districts, you get a culture boost, which is nice. I like that elaboration on what we heard about in the introduction video. And then, of course, we have the Hetairoi, which is a replacement for the Horseman, which is a very powerful early horseman we're going to try and take advantage of. The Basilicoid Pythes, which is something that gives us, you know what, I don't remember what it does now, but we'll look at it when we get into the game. And then the Hespospis, which is the unique land unit, which is unique to Macedon. The Hetairoi is Alexander's specific unit. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in and see where this game has started us off. It is 4000 BC. You know what? Do I like this settling spot? Let's take a moment to check. We've got wheat nearby. We're on a river, so instant watermill. We've got some cattle nearby, some mountains nearby. I like this spot. We've got some. This is good. This is looking good. Let's start with it. So there's Pella. Very appropriate. My inner Total War player is very happy to see that city name. And see, now we just got to listen to the music. We just got to stop for 5 minutes and listen to Alexander's theme for the first time, right? No, I'm not going to do that, but I want to. Scout first. Let's go for that scout. And now, research-wise, what do we have near us? Oh, let's take a look at this. This is new. These are the stars that they added to show the new abilities. These weren't emphasized before, so if there was something you got from managing from completing a new tech or a new civic that was not a new building or a new ability or a new wonder or a new district, then it wouldn't tell you, but now they have these. So I wish they were a little bit more varied and not just stars like they were in Civ 5, but this is good. I mean, it's a step in the right direction, right? So should I bum rush? I really I want to have a religion. Do we have stone near us, though? We have elephants. We have spices. That's nice. I don't see stone, though. So I'm not going to bum rush religion, because I don't know that we're going to be able to go for Stonehenge first. Near us, though, we do have that cattle, and that requires animal husbandry, too. So yeah, I think animal husbandry is probably going to be where we should start. And then let's go ahead. Let's not scout too far with our warrior, because I don't want to have any hostilities with empires that I initially encounter. And it turns out in Civilization 6, if you didn't know this, that the type of unit that you encounter a civilization with for the first time influences your first impression with them. So you want to be careful with that. So I'm not going to take my warrior too far. I want to kind of just scout around here, uncover a little bit more terra incognita without going too far. And I'm also, as I've said many times in my recent playthroughs, nice, got a goody hut. I'm going to go through these early turns somewhat quickly. So we're going to move at a pretty decent clip as we begin the game here. I like to make a good amount of progress. Oh, nice. I love getting a scout in the early game because I don't have to worry about building a second one. Okay, let's send you that way to that mountain. I want to see if we can find some stone. If there's stone nearby, maybe my second city, right? And yes, I'm still going to finish that other scout. So we're going to have 2 scout units with which to explore the world. Okay, Barbarian Encampment. Lots of mountains nearby. I'm liking that. That's going to give us a science advantage. We have a city-state here. Can't tell who yet, but we're about to find out. You know what? All right, our progress towards foreign trade has advanced considerably because we... Oh, sweet. We found another continent. What continent is it? We started on the continent Avalonia. That's kind of cool. And then the new continent we found is Azania. All right, so our progress towards foreign trade has advanced considerably, and we are going to... First of all, we're going to turn that lens... Oh, it didn't turn off right away. That was weird. When I clicked the lens button, it didn't go away. Anyway, we got a free envoy because we're the first to meet this city-state, Valletta, up here. I'm going to go ahead and attack these barbarians. It looks like Valletta's already attacking them too, which is going to make it easy to finish them off if I time it right. So I'm going to focus on that. All right, we've met Candy. We get a free envoy with them as well. So we're getting... Let's take a look real quick at the bonuses we're getting. We're getting extra faith in the capital, and we're getting extra production in the capital when producing units because of these city-states that we've met already. So that's a nice, solid start. I would really like to find stone, though. Just saying, that would be important. Okay, so they're attacking from that direction. I'll maybe let them attack one more time before I do. Let me fortify up and see what happens. Let me cruise down this direction. I had that opportunity to just shoot down with some extra movement points. Okay, there's a barbarian scout coming from that way, so I'm going to need to be careful. Okay, so probably a builder next, I would imagine, because then it would be done just in time for the... Well, we're going to need the culture too. We need to stay on top of the culture game early on. Yeah, let's go for that first. Because right now we're, as is usual, we're already producing a little bit more tech than culture. So let's make sure that we deal with that as best as possible. Man, it is good to be playing as Alexander. I'm so excited about this. Another goodie hut. Perfect. I'm still trying to scout out the area near my city to see if my second city could potentially have stone nearby. Okay, so there's a barbarian encampment. Let's go ahead and head that way a little further. A little farther, rather. Farther is distance. Further is degree. I can't help it. I'm a stickler for language. So, the villagers share the secrets of their well-organized community. So our progress towards military tradition, a civic, has advanced considerably. Not bad. Oh, crap. I forgot about these guys. Oops. I mean, I can still do some damage against them. Barbarians don't heal, so it didn't really change anything. Yeah, I should be able to finish them next turn. Perfect. Still looking for... Okay, our scouts are kind of together now, which I need to separate them. Okay. This is great. We're going to get some gold. We're going to get some experience for this unit. There it goes again. The game said I have a decisive victory. That is probably my #1 pet peeve with Civ 6 right now. And people disagree with me on it, and that's just fine. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and this is just my perspective. But I feel like in Civ 5, every time it said decisive victory, the victory was in fact decisive. We're going to try and finish off this scout. In Civ 6, sometimes if it says decisive victory, it's just a major victory. It just, the unit still lives. They have a sliver of life left, and it's okay. Well, now this scout is here. Man, you've got to be kidding me. Now I've got to heal for a second, because if we try and kill that guy now, the scout's going to kill us. I don't want to lose. No. Okay, now we can do it. We'll be good. Scout shouldn't be able to take us out. I hope not. I'll be real mad if he is, because that's his encampment, so he's going to go berserk now. That's a feature they added a few patches back. I said I wasn't going to keep these scouts together, but now I'm chasing down this scout. Oh, we got a barbarian encampment right... Oh, man. That makes me angry. That makes me angry. So we lost our warrior. That's a setback. There's another goodie hut, at least. We've got this scout cornered. Let's see if we can do some damage to him and then get him to run towards this scout. That would be perfect. Please run that direction. Damn. Alright, well, at least he's running in a direction where I know he's going to have to come back up this way, so I can keep an eye on him. Lost our warrior. That was a setback of all setbacks. That was really rolling the dice a little bit, but I wanted to get the bonus before the Valletta unit did. I would have been happy to let them do the work for me, and then I take the encampment at the last second, but not the other way around. Absolutely not. Alright, so there's still some snow and tundra. It's a warmer map, you know? So there's going to be less of this. It's down at the very bottom of the map and not as extensive at that point. Alright, so let's go ahead and cross and see if we can corner this barbarian a little bit.
Never again can I gaze upon the beauty spots of the earth and enjoy them as being the finest thing I have ever seen. Crater Lake is above them all.
Nice. So our knowledge of astrology has advanced considerably. So our ability to get religion if we wanted it just improved a little bit. Alright, let's see what this scout does now. Of course he crossed the damn river. You jerk. Alright, let's put you on heal for a bit. And alright, so it doesn't appear we have any stone near us, unless there's stone up here in the mountains, which is possible.
Dogs look up to us. Cats look down on us. Pigs treat us as equals.
Okay, so now we can build pastures, and we can build camps, and we can also harvest cattle and sheep for food for a one-time boost if we wanted to. Do I possibly have the ability to buy a builder? No, but I will soonish. I should buy a slinger, though, so we can get that boost towards archers. Should I wait and try and buy the builder? I'm probably going to build the builder next, to be honest. I'll hold off for now. All right. Let's go ahead and... See, we don't have any stone near us, so I'm not too keen on that. I'd rather go for pottery next. Or should I go for astrology? Screw it, let's go for astrology. We got the boost. May as well. May as well. We don't necessarily have the ability to build Stonehenge, which sucks, but... Actually, you know what? Can we put you on food focus? And yep, there we go. They'll grow a little bit faster now. Let's also... Should we go for that second settler, do you think? Or should we go for the builder? Let's go ahead and go for the second settler, because it's going to be building pretty quickly after this next turn. We can go ahead and have our second city established. Oh, nice. Got a Pantheon bonus. I was not... Oh, because we're friends with Candy. For a second, I was like, where did that come from? Okay. Well, we have a decision to make then. Dance of the Aurora... +1 faith. No, we don't have adjacent tundra tiles. We do have some adjacent rainforest tiles, but I don't know that I want to just generate more faith necessarily. Sacred Path is... How much rainforest do I have near me? Decent amount, actually. That wouldn't be the worst choice. Monument to the Gods, extra production towards Ancient Wonders, which is only useful in the early game, of course, which that always makes me hesitate a little bit. The Divine Spark, extra great person points from holy sites, campuses, and theater squares. So I'd be better towards getting great people for the entire game. But notice it doesn't count for... This is only for culturally based great people. It's not for militarily based great people. So there are no... I don't get points towards great generals. I don't get points towards great admirals as a result of that. So yeah, I think since I'm going for a domination victory, I should go for something that's going to help me militarily. God of War, bonus faith equal to 50% of the strength of each enemy unit killed within 8 tiles of a holy site district. I don't know if I like that. Increases healing by 30% or by 30 in your holy site district. I always love these, the city growth rate boost and the religious settlement boost. They're just a good baseline boost. And then, of course, God of the Forge, production towards ancient and classical military units. That could be the one. God of the Forge could be the one, I think. Monument to the Gods is tempting, but that's a 25% boost. Yep, let's do it. God of the Forge. We're going for that military victory. Our progress towards mysticism has now advanced considerably. And we're still building that settler. Alright, now our scout has healed up a bit, and we're going to keep chasing after this one because he has backed himself into a bit of a corner. Or not so much. Now he has. Let's try and finish him off. Here are some of the new effects they added in the Australian summer patch with the wind blowing over the snow. Always really enjoy that. All right, now we've definitely got that unit cornered, and there's a barbarian warrior down here. Oh, crap. Crap. All right, well, hang on. We can hold our own here. We just need to fortify for a bit. Take that. In your face, you jerk. Yeah, this scout can't go anywhere right now, as long as their barbarian warrior is sealing him in. So we're just going to stay right here and keep doing this.
It is not wisdom, but authority that makes a law.
Okay, so now we have Code of Laws completed. And we can get extra combat strength versus barbarians, or double experience for recon units. I kind of want to do that. But we do have a lot of barbarians near us and not a lot of other civilizations to deal with them. So let's go ahead and go for that first. And then we've already got a... this is awesome. We already have a Pantheon. So let's go straight for the production bonus. And come back up here. What have we got? Can't buy that builder just yet. I'd really love to. Could buy a warrior, but... Alright, so this scout has leveled up. Let's go ahead and give them better movement in... It's pretty hilly, the areas we've been moving through, so let's go for Alpine. Alright, so now you're stronger. Let's go ahead and do a combat here. 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 And do a Okay, now I think foreign trade would be the way to go so we can build our first trade routes. Yep, I like that idea more. Let's start building up our income a little bit, because if we don't have a strong economy at home, we're not going to be able to be a military machine in the mid-game or the late game. You know, we've got to start now. All right, so we can finish both of these units off right now. That's very satisfying. That scout's promotable too, which is perfect. Your knowledge of bronze working has advanced considerably, because we beat up some barbarians. And it seems like some barbarians have discovered Pella. That sucks. So there might be an encampment up here somewhere in the area we still haven't scouted. Okay, so this scout... Tell you what, let's give you the ranger promotion and send you back into that area because you're going to need to get through there. So you're a ranger. Go back up to Pella. It's going to take... God, it's going to take a long time. Okay, there is a unit in that encampment. I'll leave it alone for now. Yeah, see, there's not a lot of snow down here at all. This is definitely a very warm map as per the plan. Oh, this is going to be awesome. I'm excited about this series. Oh no, there's a unit there. I hate when that happens. Crap. That's completely my bad. My stupid mistake. And hopefully that scout won't be able to kill me now. I really hope not. It's saying that I still have the victory chance if he attacks me now. Alright, good. He just got beaten up by a city-state unit. Alright, you need to heal up then. That's my mistake. You need to generally move scouts one at a time to avoid that occurrence. Alright, let's go to the next turn. Again, going to move somewhat quickly. We have... Oh. I don't have an enlightenment yet, so don't denounce me. Would you like to visit our nearby city? Sure. All right, our knowledge of writing has advanced considerably because we met another civ. So for a second, I got distracted there because I hit the arrow key and I thought that that would clear the boost that we just saw, and I was going to be curious like which one it was, but it didn't. So we're good. Oh crap! Another encampment. Alright, so I'm going to have to be kind of careful with this settler. Can't quite tell where the best spot would be. That could probably be worked by Pella, as could that. However, this tobacco couldn't be. So let's try it. Let's try and settle up there in the woods. I'm going to risk it. I'm not going to have this unit escorted at all. We are almost able to buy a builder, so I'm going to start training a slinger so that if any barbarians arrive, I can kill them with the slinger and then get our archery boost. And now let's go ahead and buy that builder. Perfect. Amazing. Alright, that scout is going to be a pain. Okay, knowledge of horseback riding has advanced considerably. I hope that scout doesn't capture my civilian.
A physician without a knowledge of astrology has no right to call himself a physician.
All right, so we're going to try and disappear into the woods here so the scout can't run up on us. Hopefully we can stay away from any other enemy units. So let's go for pottery next. So we have access to the granary. And then let's come down here. Knowledge of irrigation has advanced considerably. The scout might swoop in and take my builder here. To be honest, I was so focused on getting my settler away from the scout that I didn't think about that builder. Okay. Well, we'll adapt as necessary. I might even be able to use this scout here. Let's see what he does. He's probably going to capture him. I'd be shocked if he didn't. Oh, he didn't. Holy crap. Wow. All right. Well. No complaints then. Looks like we're going to successfully get that. No, we're going to skip that unit's turn. And we are going to get that city founded. Another goody hut. Excellent. I was hoping to find one when I started diving back into the unknown. Okay, so this slinger needs to start doing some damage to this scout. Surprise! Actually, what I can do So I can move closer here. Enforce some zone of control to make it a little bit easier for the scout to finish him next turn. Probably should have gone ahead and attacked, to be completely honest. But why don't we go ahead and... We don't have the ability to build Stonehenge, but if I build a holy site, I can start working towards a religion. I can put a holy site right there, but we don't quite... Oh, crap. Don't have enough money for that yet. So we just spent all of our money on our freaking builder. Well, maybe that's for the best, because I can use that for a campus later on, right? So let's have a holy site there instead. Just right next to the main city. And meanwhile... Nice! We've met a third city-state, so our progress towards political philosophy has advanced considerably. We're going to have an early government type. No complaints there. Also, you know what? Let's take a second while I'm still in the first episode. Let's take a look at the Basilicoid Pythes. So, +1 production, +1 housing, +1 citizen slot, and +1 great general point per turn. So this replaces the barracks. But, on top of that... Oh, yes, that's right. So whenever you build one of these, if you have one in your cities, you get a science bonus for every military unit you train. Shame on me for forgetting that in the introduction. That's one of Alexander's biggest features, really. Okay. Oh, we've got some tobacco right there. I've managed not to notice until just now. Oh, crap. We better settle. Glad I spotted that. All right, so now we definitely have some tobacco, because we settled right on top of it. But that city's not really able to defend itself right now. Man, I was not expecting him to show up out of nowhere. Alright, so... let's go ahead and go for a warrior there. For obvious reasons. Now, I don't have... I need irrigation in order to farm this. So there's actually nothing I can do with this builder at the moment. Congo is unhappy with me. Why is that? Our relationship is unfriendly. Nothing is abjectly affecting your relationship at this point in time. So what's the deal? Alright, so he doesn't want a delegation. Should have sent that sooner. Why do you not like me? Are you just annoying like always? Is that what it is? Who knows? Your knowledge of sailing has advanced considerably. Very nice. So we didn't have to found a city on the coast to get that bonus. Oh, son of a... He still managed to get away. Alright, so we've got to try and kill him with this slinger.
Every nation lives by exchanging.
Alright, so now we can create trade routes, launch joint wars. We can get +2 gold from all trade routes. But I don't really feel the need to do that just yet. +1 production in all cities is probably more advantageous. Let's go ahead and go for craftsmanship. Or maybe mysticism. No, craftsmanship. I want to be able to move towards political philosophy, and we need to go down both trees in order to get that. Alright. I'm going to attack them from this direction, and hopefully the zone of control I'm exerting will keep them from running too far, and then the slinger can hit them next turn. Since we've got all of this wooded territory, that's what's going to kind of hold us back. Almost a turn 50. Yeah, the woods are going to be a pain until I can get out of them. And then we should be able to kill them. I don't normally chase with a slinger this much, but I want that damn bonus. Let's see if we can get it before the episode's over. Okay, you... Tell you what, if you can get to... Well, no, there's nothing for you to do in Dion yet. There's nothing buildable. So you just hang out, as a matter of fact. Pella is still on food production mode. I can probably switch them to actual production soon. Oh, good. That's what I wanted. All right, so that's that, and there is our archery boost. And on that note, we are 30 minutes into this episode. Normally I do about 25-minute episodes for those of you who are new to the channel, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here. In the next one, we are going to focus on continuing to expand. We're probably going to get another city if we can. We haven't met too many other civilizations yet. Our scouting has been focused mainly in here, getting goody huts and such. There's a lot of space here in which there's no civilization, which is very exciting. That gives me the ability to build a strong empire on my own, in addition to the conquering I need to do. So I don't need to worry too much about the fact that Mvenga Anazinga already hates me because I'm here to conquer him. So we need to start building up a force that is capable of taking him. We will probably use our Hetairoi, and we'll use our Hippospus to get those endeavors, those efforts underway. Anyway, for those of you curious, because this is a 3 o'clock episode, I know, so you're like, oh, what's he doing? What's going on? This is a not a mini-series. I'm going to continue this series in its full... I'm going to play this all the way through. But because I'm putting this series in an abnormal time slot for my channel, normally I do 12 p.m. historical and grand strategy stuff and 6 p.m. Science fiction, simulation, survival type of content. But... this time, I really wanted to get a Macedon series out on day 1, and I talked about, in today's episode of For Queen and Country, in the 12 p.m. slot, I talked about how I might actually put that series on hold. I decided not to do that. I'm going to keep this series in the 3 p.m. slot, but for now, it's going to be every other day at 3 p.m. There's going to be new episodes of this. And then maybe once For Queen and Country goes on pause, I'll do something different. Maybe I'll move this into the new slot. I'm being totally flexible. I want to try and be more flexible with those time slots in the future so I can be dynamic and just respond to new content like this as it comes out. But anyway, this will be every other day for now at 3 p.m. on the channel, Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.